What's up guys, Chigs here from Chigs Tech Reviews. So today I bring you a head-to-head comparison between the two latest big brand smartwatches, the Samsung Galaxy Watch versus the Ticwatch Pro. So let's begin with the physical differences. They look quite similar in size, but the Ticwatch Pro is in fact bigger by 1mm in diameter and 1.6mm in thickness. And the Ticwatch Pro has a 1.4 inch screen when compared to the 1.3 inch on the Samsung Galaxy Watch. So the Ticwatch Pro is slightly bigger watch. Both watches have time markings going all the way around with a full metal build quality, and they both give quite a professional look. Now the Samsung Galaxy Watch has a bezel which can be rotated, and that feature is used to navigate the menus, and it is absolutely amazing. Whereas the Ticwatch Pro does not have any rotating bezel, and you do have to use your fingers to navigate and the buttons on the side. Now speaking of the buttons on the side, both watches have two buttons on the side each. The Ticwatch Pro has rounded buttons which stick out slightly, whereas the Samsung Galaxy Watch has these very nice looking rectangular buttons, and they also have a textured feel to them. On the other side of both watches we have a speaker on the Galaxy Watch and nothing on the Ticwatch. So loudspeaker is on the side, and the loudspeaker on the Ticwatch Pro is found on the back at the bottom. So that's the locations of the loudspeaker, and to be honest with you, the Galaxy Watch location works much better. Now both watches have a metal back with heart rate sensors. The Ticwatch Pro has charger pins and the Galaxy Watch has wireless charging. And I'll quickly show you what both of the chargers look like. So here are the chargers. We've got a wireless charging plate on the Samsung, similar to what we've seen in the previous Samsung Gear watches. And the Ticwatch Pro has a charging plate with charger pins, so that is magnetic and it does stay in place and does the job well. Now let's have a look at the wrist straps. Now the Ticwatch Pro comes with hybrid 2-in-1 leather straps, so you have black leather on the outside and a very nice and comfortable rubberized soft silicone on the inside. And I have to say, the Ticwatch Pro's wrist straps are the most comfortable I have ever used on a smartwatch. Now the Galaxy Watch itself comes with silicone straps, and to be honest, nothing special about them. They are comfortable, they look okay I suppose, but you may have noticed in my previous videos I actually swapped the straps from the Ticwatch Pro, put it on the Galaxy Watch, and then the Galaxy Watch was absolutely amazing. So both watches will allow you to remove the straps. Quite easily, and you can put your favorite straps on. So that was the physical differences. Now let's talk about the specs. So the Samsung has the Exynos 9110 versus the Snapdragon Wear 2100. You've got 768 megabytes of RAM versus 512 megabytes of RAM. Both have 4 gigs of storage with Bluetooth, GPS and Wi-Fi. Both have NFC, but the Samsung has Samsung Pay, and the Ticwatch has of course Google Pay. Then we have Tizen OS versus Google Wear OS. Both have heart rate monitors and pedometers. So batteries, the Samsung has a 472 mAh battery and the Ticwatch Pro has a 415 mAh battery. Both watches are water resistant, but the Galaxy Watch can go up to 50 meters underwater and the Ticwatch Pro can go up to 1.5 meters. So that was the physical and the specs compared, but realistically, which watch is better? Well, let's begin with comparing the screen quality. Now as you can see, the Samsung Galaxy Watch has an absolutely beautiful looking Super AMOLED screen, and the difference in the screen quality is very obvious, and you can clearly see the Samsung screen is the best from the two. Now even the screen brightness is better with the Samsung. Now the Samsung has 10 levels of screen brightness and the Ticwatch has 5. So if I put them both on maximum levels, this is what they look like. Maximum level brightness on both watches. Here is both brightnesses set to halfway. You can see the quality, you can see the difference. And now here is the brightness set on 1 on both watches. So both watches offer decent brightness, but I have to say the overall quality of the screen has to go with the Samsung Galaxy Watch. Now let's compare the OS and performance. Now the Samsung Galaxy Watch provides a powerful and smooth performance, and it has never lagged at all. Now the Ticwatch Pro provides a smooth operation most of the time, but sometimes you will experience some lag, and I think that has got more to do with the system software than the actual hardware. So maybe a Google Wear OS update will solve it, but as it stands, the Samsung Galaxy Watch performs much faster and more stable. But what about the apps? Well, there are certainly more apps available on the Ticwatch Pro Gear OS than on the Samsung's Tizen OS. Now you've got a lot of big apps in there. You've got Uber, you've got Google Music, you've got all of the Google apps, you've got Runtastic, and these are just some of the recommended apps. If I go back, you can see the categories, and you have a lot of apps here available to download from the Google Wear OS. Now if we have a quick look at the Samsung store, these are the recommended apps, and again I love this navigation. So the list is growing, but as it stands, there are not a lot of apps available on the Tizen OS. So if we just go to top apps, here are the top apps, and you would expect some big brands in here, but this is what you have in the top apps in the Tizen OS store. You got Map My Run in there. I don't know how useful that's going to be. So calorie counter, we have got Uber for gear, that's cool. Find My Car, you got Edmondo. So I guess the list is growing on the Tizen, but as it stands, the Ticwatch Pro has a much larger and better lineup of apps. Now both smartwatches do provide a good selection of different watch faces, and you can also download many more. However, the Samsung Galaxy Watch has to have the largest watch face collection I've ever seen. Thanks to that AMOLED screen, every watch face looks so much better on the Samsung Galaxy Watch. So if you're into watch faces, Samsung certainly has the largest collection from the two. Now battery life. I tested the battery life with all settings on apart from the always on screen. When the screen times out on the Galaxy Watch, you get a black screen, but when the screen times out on the Ticwatch Pro, you got the secondary screen which comes into play, and it will show you a low powered version. Now the first time I used the Samsung Galaxy Watch, it gave me an incredible 6-day battery life, but after recharging on the second cycle, I could only achieve a maximum of 3 to 4 days. So 6 days never happened again, but now it gives me a realistic 3 to 4 days of battery life, which I still think is quite incredible, as I don't have to charge this watch every night. Now one of the reasons why I'm getting less than 6 days could be some of the apps that I've installed. I've logged into more stuff, meaning I get more notifications, hence the battery life is a lot less than when I first started using it. But nevertheless, 3 to 4 days of battery life is incredible for a smartwatch, so Samsung Galaxy Watch has done a great job. Now Ticwatch Pro will give you around 2 to 3 days of battery life. Now if you keep the always on screen option on both of these smartwatches, then you can expect around 1 to 2 days of battery life in the Samsung Galaxy Watch, and only 8 to 10 hours on the Ticwatch Pro. So yes, always on screen will certainly drain the battery, and I would like to add that both smartwatches have extensive battery saving options as well. However, the Galaxy Watch has to be the winner in the battery department. Okay, so now let's talk about the pricing. The current price of both watches are $349 for the Samsung and $249 for the Ticwatch Pro. Now the Samsung is $100 more expensive, but is it worth it? Well, let's see what you get extra for $100. You get a faster and smoother watch experience with no lag. You got more RAM, better battery life in all situations, better screen quality and brightness. You got better water resistant depth. You got wireless fast charging, better design with the buttons, and an overall slimmer watch. So I feel $100 extra for the Galaxy Watch is certainly worth it. So there you have it, guys. That was my comparison between these two flagship smartwatches, and I have to summarize this in a very simple way. The bottom line is, if the Samsung Galaxy Watch did not exist, then there would be no doubt that the Ticwatch Pro would be on my wrist as my daily driver. Now I would not currently use any other smartwatch than these two. However, we cannot ignore that the Apple Watch Series 4 has just been announced and released, and the Google Pixel Watch could be just around the corner. So I will be getting my hands on both of them soon, so do stay tuned to find out if this Galaxy Watch will stay on my wrist or will it be overtaken by another brand. And with that being said, I will leave the links in the description so you guys can check either of these watches out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a brilliant day. See you in the next one, guys.